Day weekend, Memorial Day weekend. I know many people are enjoying their families, they're enjoying the barbecues and celebrations and all that great stuff, right? But part of our business is actually showing up, okay? Even though we are in business for ourselves, our business is still operational 24/7, okay? And this, of course, is part of our business, right? This is a part of our growth. This is a part of our elevation, and that is actually plugging in. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and mute out the lines really quickly. Give me 1 second, guys, as I go ahead and do that. There we go. So, guys, my name is Miss Nikki Alexandria. I am just your host for this evening, but I have the absolute pleasure to be able to introduce our speaker for this evening. Now, this is a gentleman that I met 10 years ago, okay, back in 2015. It's hard to believe that it has been 10 years, but this gentleman has been very instrumental in my success in this industry and in this company, guys. And also, he's definitely been impactful for a lot of people around the world. Now, he's originally from the Bronx, New York, very humble beginnings, high school graduate, blue collar worker, former U.S. paratrooper. But the thing is, once he decided, okay, once he made a decision that he wanted something more for himself, something more for his family, something more for his community, something more for his people. He went on to become a very successful entrepreneur and a highly sought after coach, mentor, and speaker, literally coaching and mentoring and training people all over the world. So I'm super excited that he is our trainer for this evening. And so what I'm going to do is move on out of the way of greatness and bring to the line none other than the millionaire mentor himself, Mr. Jason L. Scott the first. Mr. Scott, are you there, sir?
Yes, I'm absolutely online. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Both. Go ahead and take it away.
Excellent, excellent. Listen, I'm always excited to be on the call with you. You're such an amazing entrepreneur, business partner, coach, and mentor yourself. So thank you for always setting the grounds, making sure people know what's necessary in order to become successful. And also, congratulations on all your skatery skills that I see you out there posting on social media. You're getting your skaters, you're getting your skating on with your family, and those things are important. Those things are great as well, because like you said, we're entrepreneurs, but we do find times to get some, get some families time in and do some things that's necessary in order for us to build. Because we do this business, as you said, it's 24 hours a day that we think about it, 24 hours a day. Well, let me not say think about it. 24 hours a day, we know we're entrepreneurs. We know we're in business. So 24 hours a day, we know that we are bosses. That's the key thing. We know we're entrepreneurs. We know we're bosses. Yes, in those 24-hour days, you're going to focus on your faith, family, finances, fitness, and fun. You're going to find time to do all those different things. And as you find times with your family and find times for fun, those fit into us being entrepreneurs. So this call that we're having, even though like she says, a 3-day weekend, I'm on the call because I'm an entrepreneur. She's on the call. She's an entrepreneur. You guys are on the call because you're entrepreneurs. And that's what this thing is all about, is making sure you still show up so you can grow up and start to expand your knowledge base and see all the things that you can do in order for you to take your business to the next level. I wanted to have this call and talk about this on Friday, but of course, I decided that I'm going to switch the team huddle from being on a Friday call. I know we do one with the team with the rebirth on Tuesdays, but I wanted to be able to switch and do this on today. Not well, just do a Sunday call. Let me not say do this. It's not really a huddle, but it's a Sunday call. But because it is a Sunday call, you're going to have to remember and remind and put it into the atmosphere with yourself and your personal organization that your business starts on Friday. Friday is the end of the work week. And because the end of the work week, that's the date, that's the time that you have to start your business. Like just right before this call, I got a text to do a welcome call. That means they're not waiting till Monday. It's still the weekend, so they're doing the calls. People have sold products over the weekend because we're weekend warriors. Our business is open 24 hours a day. We set the schedule and the precedence for what we want to do starting on Friday. So whatever we do with our business, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we want to focus on being a third of the way towards our goal. So I want to say that, guys, as a beginner, as a introduction to this call, just as a reminder. But today's call is going to be one where, as I say, our job is about vision mastery. It's called about vision mastery, expanding vision. Vision is what you envision, your mind's eye, what you see in your mind's eye. We have our leadership mastery on Wednesdays where we actually get together and we expand more into business. But in this phase of us being early into the organization, it's a mixture of both. Both calls, we may do a little bit of both. I normally just do a vision training on this, and then leadership is back office and strategies and things like that. But I do my best to give people more than just one day of catching up. I see Monica says no sound. Is she the only one? You can hear? Okay. Yeah, they can hear me. So make sure you guys text, let her know that they, I guess she just said you can hear Pamela. Thank you for that. All right. So I want to get into this call, guys, because I want you to take some notes. As we start to work together, I want to give you a different level of conversation and a different level of understanding. I want to make sure that we start to get better on all areas of business. There's a lot of things that's transitioning and transforming in business for people. Things are growing so fast that we have to learn to, even though we tell people to be high touch, and things are becoming high tech. Many people are choosing to become high tech. And as you become high tech, you're distancing yourself from the connectivity that people belong to. They want to belong to a community. So when you focus on being high tech and not high touch, you'll start to lose the people. But also when you're high touch, but there's no growth in everything that's happening in the high tech market, you can kind of lose people there as well, because it's all good that we can come together and be a support system in the community. Like Unity is a support system in the community. It's also learning to expand our knowledge. So what I learn, I'm going to teach. What you learn, you also bring to the table, because you guys have opportunity to be on this platform and coach and teach and things like that as well. But a lot of times what happens is those who get on the platform to teach are not just those who just doing a thing, but also using those things to become productive in the business. So when you're in the business, you can actually teach people how you've been able to use those things that you've learned, how you've been able to increase your income, increase your activity, increase your productivity. So that will put you on a platform as well. So production is what gets us on these platforms when we're able to coach and teach, not just saying that I have a thing to teach you on. So I'm asking you, when you learn a skill set and you learn to apply it, you start seeing some results from it. I want you to be a trainer on the call. I want you to be able to teach other things and other strategies that you can actually help advance the organization, advance the group. But today's call is going to be where you focus on and pinpoint on and get a clear mindset on what it is that you really do. All right. So as we start to take some notes today, I want you to write this down. Get your pen and your pad out so we can actually take some really good notes. I see someone else is trying to log in right now. I want to talk to you guys today about a solution statement. All right, write that down. Write this down. A solution statement, because a solution statement, when it comes to us being entrepreneurs, we have to know what we're focusing on. Like right now, when we get people to look at our business, even though we tell people to put a list together, we're just all over the place. People, yes, this product is a part of our brand, is a part of what we market, but our brand, I'm sorry, is also us. We are a brand ourselves. But as we start to brand ourselves, we brand ourselves normally. If you have no following, you use something in that process to help you get yourself started off. Like there's a lot of people like that some people are influencers, right? And the influencers now, because their brand was, they got a chance to be on a TV show and they started getting followers from that. And then from being on a TV show, which was the show's brand, the show was branded. So now they was on the show and they was using the fact that they was on the show to brand themselves. And now they're able to be this influencer. Other people just started using, whether you were using TikTok as a product that you can help you brand yourself, or Instagram, and now you're out and about showing a lifestyle and all these other things. Whatever it is, people normally use something, right, to get themselves known. And from the thing that they're known about, they can actually start to get more followers. So the question is, what are you going to be known for? All right. So when you're looking for a solution statement, it's really about you knowing that you have to have a statement, and it's going to be crucial in you defining the value and the product or the service that you're going to represent. Now, why is this important? You guys are going to see that as I get more into coaching others again. I still have coaching clients and people that I work with. I'm about to get deeper into more coaching more online courses, more things that I'm going to teach because I spent decades in training, decades on implementation and implementing the things that I learned, decades on using these strategies and things that I've learned to not just learn a thing, but to implement it and see financial results. So if it was things that was designed for me to earn money, I've learned it and I did it. For instance, I wanted to learn how to get my credit up. Now, there's a bunch of things that people can do to get their credit up. Right? And there's a bunch of people who teach it. But I literally, and the thing is, I will tell people I'll learn things and implement it, and I'll see results within 90 days. I want my credit score was right around the 600s, and it's only because I wasn't really focusing on it, paying attention to it. I was I wasn't like late on things. I wasn't all this other stuff, but I just wasn't really building credit. I was always paying everything cash because and, people say cash is king, but cash is king if your credit is good. The cash cash is king. But when you don't have no cash and you don't have no credit, then you a pauper. So I was like, okay, let me learn some things so I can build my credit up. So by the time I started learning, I started applying. I was doing the things that I was learning. I started implementing these things quickly. And as I started implementing it, within 90 days, I went from where I was at 600 something in credit score to where I was at 800. Look, I mean, listen, to word to my hands, everything. Some people will say that, but I did that thing, right? I did it in 90 days because I learned a strategy. I saw how it could be implemented. But also in that process, it was also saying it was several things that I did. I was able to learn some hacks and some things. And if you had that, I actually had some money that came to me. So I was able to use 50,000 in cash that I was able to put well, actually I got 50, but I used about put 10,000 on a card, and I used about 40,000 that I put on something that I learned to do with the bank. All right. And I created something else in order for me to be able to use that to help expand my credit. So I got this and I was able to use that within 90 days. They extended me about $80,000 in credit. So I was able to use that to also get into something else where I started to learn how to flip properties because I've learned years ago, but I hadn't implemented it in so long that by the time I was trying to remember, I couldn't remember nothing. So many things changed. But once again, within 90 days, I sat down, I started watching some videos, trainings, going through some things, taking some notes, implemented these strategies, told my partner, told Nick, I said, listen, I'm gonna flip some properties, do this right here within 60 days or so for me saying I'm gonna do it, understanding the process. 30 days, started putting some things in place. By the 60th day, was able to earn like $20,000 from flipping a property. Actually flipped two properties. So it wasn't just one. Got a property, flipped two properties. How? Because I learned some things. I just didn't want to keep studying and studying and studying. Let me get everything perfect. Let me get this thing. No, I knew what I can do. I knew this information is out here. I said, let me apply it. And from the application of it, I was able to have some great results. I give that to you because when I teach these things and I give you the strategies, I give you things, especially if I learn it, I implement, I see results. I've been a coach. I've been a mentor. I've been selling online in digital marketing. You guys are in digital marketing as well. Have an online distribution company and distribution business. You guys have that as well. I have products in the health and wellness space, all right, that I actually sell. You guys have that as well. So if you have some of the things that I've had, and I've been able to use this and earn over $1 million in income, all right. And you guys have the same opportunity, same strategy, same everything as well. Been able to be introduced to a new product called GLP-1. All right. And I already sold several of those. How? Is because with the products are here and I'm implementing the products, but I'm finding that I'm talking to people. A lot of times a few people who bought it were people who knew me, a few who got it was people who didn't. But also, I'm a coach. I'm a life coach. I'm a business coach for people as well. And as a life coach, I have clients, people who will send me money to my account. I coach with them on a weekly basis. Some people will do 1,000 a month. Some people do 2,500 a month. I've had as much as 5,000 a month for coaching clients that I'm coaching them. Maybe meet with them one time a week and giving them things. So when I'm coaching you on things that I've been able to implement and train on and learn, I'm giving you guys, that's like a resume of what I'm saying to you. I've learned things, giving you the guys the strategies you guys can have same results. Now that goes back to your solution statement. I'm taking you all the way back to a moment of decision for right now, because this next space and this next phase that I'm going to coach you guys in, this next space that we're going to be inside of, make sure that I get some time on this timer right here. So when I get you guys into this next space, into this next time, give me 1 second here. Okay, got it. All right. So when I get you guys into this next space to where we can actually start to build and start to focus on what it is that you really want, what is it you really want to acquire, what is it that you really want to achieve. As I start to work with you on that, I need you to streamline so you're not all over the place. And how I tell you, I did credit because I focused in on the credit. I wanted to flip a property. I focused in on flipping a property. I wanted to be able to build a business international. I focused on finding people international. I want to build a 7-figure business, multiple 6 and then 7-figure business because I focused in on what it was with that right there. I want to coach people because I want to learn it. So I focus in and I learned that right there. How can a person with a high school diploma barely making it out? Like I barely made it out of high school. Like when I was in high school, I mean, if my grades in high school was going to be an indication of who I was going to be or what I can create, there's no way that people would have thought that I would have been able to do the things that I'm doing. Yes, my teachers was like, "Yo, you smarter than this, man. You always getting in trouble. You're better." They was always telling me that my grades was like I'm literally like the C's and D's and you know why? Because I was playing it easy. I was always trying to see what I can do to get over it, just not to be heard, not to be seen, do the very least. And matter of fact, the last day I already had got left back one time. All right, got left back, and you know when they say left back, I mean you missed a grade, you have to repeat a grade. One of my years in high school, because I got myself in trouble, got kicked out of school because I did miss so many days, had to redo the school year again. All right. So by the time I was time to graduate, same thing. My grade scores, I'm barely making it by. The classes that I love, I was doing A's. Classes, everything else, I wasn't really focused on it. It's only because I learned later on. It wasn't because I couldn't learn. I just didn't, with the things that they was teaching me, I wasn't interested in it. Most of the people who are not performing is they don't have a level of interest, or the teachers or something wasn't making it interesting or whatever it was. It wasn't captivating and I wasn't wanting to pay attention to it. You know how? Because how I know, because I went to community college some years ago before I started getting really big as an entrepreneur. And I was wanting to be a nurse. And I took anatomies, physiologies, all this other stuff, right? I had to check all these prerequisites. And and they had to get things from, and I used my GI Bill, right, from the military. So they had to get my scores from high school. They look at those, they were like, "You sure you want to do this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want to do that." Like this. They're like, "You gotta take some remedial classes, all right?" Because you know how? Because when I got my report card when I was about to graduate high school, I had to go to one of my teachers and like, "Yo, please, just give me just give me one more point," because I was 1 point less than getting a D. I was like at an E. 1 point. I'm like, please give me 1 point because my grade score was so low that they weren't gonna even pass me in high school. So I'm like, please just give me 1 point. I'm talking, and he was like, "All right." So he gave me that 1 point. I was able to get from the E to just getting a D. So when I got to going into the military, I'm sorry, I'm actually doing. I think that I'm going to school for. I'm saying after military, going to school for being a nurse. They look at my grade scores at the college. They like, "You sure you want to be?" I'm like, "Yeah. You gotta do some remedial classes." All right. So I'm doing remedial classes now because I'm paying attention. Now I have made a decision. Now I'm focused on what I want to do. So now I'm taking these classes. I'm going back and forth every day. They telling me I'm gonna have to be in this class for like a year, so until I can learn this stuff and then catch back up and take a class, take a test. And I'm like, I'm not doing this in a year. So I'm taking the classes. I'm learning stuff so quickly. I'm applying it fast. Within about 2 months, I said, I'm gonna take the test. They was like, "You're not ready yet because you haven't." Said, "I'm ready." And I took the test, and my score was so much higher that they thought I cheated. So they made me. And there was several times that happened. When I went to the military, I took a test, I failed it, took it again because I studied, got so much higher. They thought I cheated, so they had to make me do it again. So here I am again in college. I took the test. After only a couple of months, about 30 something days, 35, 40 days, they was like, "There's no way. You have to take it again." So I took it again. I got the score that was higher. So it was like, it was you. So then I was able to be into the class. Now I give you all of those things because everything is for you to know that once you make a decision that this is what you want, this is what you're going to focus in on, you can accomplish and do the things that you need to do. So why am I giving all of those things? Because all of you have done a lot of things similarly. Some of you guys may have thought you weren't ready, couldn't do everything, couldn't really be successful at this, whatever it is. But I need you to know that many times it's only because you weren't focused in on what your solution statement really was. You really wasn't focused in on what it is that you really want to be able to do, what it is that you're focused on. When I said I focus on these things, now I'm getting A's and B's in college when I wasn't even doing that in high school. I'm getting stuff when I focus on my credit, went from being at a low 600s into now 800s because I was focused. We'll go from, I'm gonna flip properties and now I got a business where I do real estate. I'm like, let me do this over here. Now I got a business. Whatever I focus in on, and I wanted it for myself, I was able to make these things happen. So your solution statement is going to be you having you define it inside your mind and can be able to communicate it when somebody knows when somebody asks you what it is that you do, so you know exactly what it is that you need to talk about. You know how to craft it, you know how to say, you know how to align it to the team's goal, align it to your personal goal, align it to your brand, all these things so you can attract the customers that you need to attract into your business. All right. Now, when you say the solution statement, write this down. One, you're gonna have like, who do you serve? All right. Two is, what problem do you solve? Three is, how do I solve it? And then four is going to be the compelling outcome. So who do I serve? What problem am I solving? How am I going to solve it? And what's going to be the compelling outcome? And I'm going to give you some additional things as I talk, but just know I'm going to help you as we start to put this thing together. I'm going to help you this week. Most of you who reach back out to me so we can actually start to work to craft it, because I want you to be able to have a definite purpose so you know what you're going for. Because from this point on, I'm going to teach you guys how to not just do stuff in the network marketing space, but how to become better entrepreneurs in any other space. So you can be able to learn that when you bring some people on board, that's going to be the people that you're focused on finding when you find them, because they will already be fitting in how you think, how you operate because that's who your goals are focused and aligned with. I'm going to teach you how to work and put a community together, even though we have the overall community. And I'm going to take many of you guys, from those who want to participate and go deeper with me into other skill sets and other coaching and other things like that. I'm going to give you the guys the option to go deeper with me as I build other communities of me coaching other people, because some of you guys were with me so long and been with Miss Nikki for so long. You guys have an opportunity to be a part of other communities that we actually are building out and things like that. And I'm going to teach you how to build out your own community. So when you're getting your customers, they could be a part of the community. They'll be a part of how you're coaching, how you're working, how you are learning, how you're able to find more people on different social platforms. But I want you to put together your solution statement. A solution statement could be, like, for instance, like myself. Like when I talk to people, I'll tell people, listen, I'm a thought leader, and I'm a 30-year business owner providing high performance coaching to veterans and people who are challenged with ADHD, to increase activity and productivity. As a Robbins, Madonna certified coach and John C. Maxwell trainer, I get to the heads of as a transformational expert and help turn people's mindset, businesses, and lives around. And whether you have one that expansive or one that you just say, I'm a thought leader providing high performance coaching to increase activity and productivity in others. See, you can, as long as you know, so that when I focus on that, and I'm telling people, I'm looking for veterans and people who have been challenged with ADHD, because for 30 years, I've been challenged with ADHD. As an entrepreneur, I've been able to focus in and learn strategies to help myself. So that means inside people who are neurodivergent with ADHD, they have other challenges with time. They have challenges. And again, most people who don't understand this, it doesn't resonate the same way. So I've learned that a lot of the notes and things that I have around is because I have these things around, not just because I need them to be able to train from them. I need them as a cue for myself. I've learned to put things in place. Like when I said, let me get the clock out so I can see time, because time can get away from me. people with ADHD have a thing called time blindness. That means I'll know that something is coming up. I'll know I got 30 minutes, but in my mindset, the 30 minutes goes by so fast that now it's 35 minutes and I'm finally getting ready. I'm leaving out. So I have to do a bunch of different things in order to help myself. So even though I've had these challenges, because a person with ADHD, when you start to work, you can start doing some things. It becomes so overwhelming that if you don't take a break, your mind can shift. And now you start to have anxiety, you start to feel like you're not going to be able to complete it, you start to feel like you're not learning enough. So now you start to procrastinate. So procrastination is a big part. Now, is procrastination something from just people ADHD? No. But I do know that people like that, they have these other challenges. So when I work with a person who allows me to help them in that space as a coach, as a mentor, giving them strategies that I've learned and things that I've been able to teach, it helps me to help them. So I want you, write this down, to identify the core problem. When you know you're gonna put your solution statement down, and I told you the four things that you're gonna be focusing on, like who do you serve, what problem you're gonna solve, how you're gonna solve it, and what compelling outcome that people are gonna, like I said, I'm gonna help turn their businesses, mindset, and their lives around. They're gonna have I'm going to give them a compelling outcome. So when you identify your core problem and you discuss and identify what the main problem your audience is going to face. Like I said, I know my audience, those who face that challenge of procrastination, ADHD, and anything in that neurodivergent atmosphere. I know what it's like. So I'll go deep into that space. If you're a veteran, I understand what it is like to be able to make that transition. So when I start work with vets, and I work with people who are in that space right there. Many even veterans are in that space as well, whether that space has been because they have also had some challenges with, like I had a major head blow when I was in the military years ago, and it changed the dynamics of how I've been able to learn for years. It changed how I remember for years. But as I get older, I'm having to pay attention to more things because I recognize things about myself. So recognizing it in myself, I can help other people as well. So I want you to figure out and identify what that core problem is going to be. And then I want you to be able to research. Like, if you're working with people, single moms in this space, I'm working with mothers and I'm working with couples in this space, working with other people who may be from the corporate space, people who may be nurses, people who may be mothers with children, of a certain age, or they may be family members after a certain time, after the kid, maybe grandparents who are now trying to find themselves again, maybe an adult between the ages of this and that. It's because when you're working and looking for your people, you want to find people within a 10-year gap. I said that I work with people from 39 to 49, people from 30 to 40, from 40 to 50, people from 45 to 55, 55 to 65. Put it in your mind. Say, yeah, you'll find others that may be in another space outside of that. But I need you to understand that as you're crafting your solution, who you crafting it for? If you guys been paying attention, you may see like Nikki, she'll be doing more videos with her. She studies kinesiology. She has a degree in that. We've had this same conversation that we have right now. I've had the conversation with her about me focusing more on what I'm looking to do. Have a conversation with her on what she's looking to do, how she's looking to focus more. She guys been seeing she's doing more videos, working out, not just working out. Yeah, she's doing stuff because she got the products, but it ain't just that. It's not just that she's doing it for. She's doing it because she's decided to be focused in on what her solution is going to be and the statement that she's going to make and the type of people she's going to attract. So she's doing the work. So when she starts finding people, she's talking to people about moving the body and how it moves the energy and how in that process it gives you energy. So she has a way of how she's communicating with people who are following her. She's now connecting in groups of people. She's now creating a community that she's able to put those people that's follow her in that space, that she can actually teach them some additional skill sets because she too have learned to use these strategies and been able to earn multiple six figures when other people they've been trying to use the strategy, thinking about business. She's able to use these strategies and make her business make sense for herself and make the business make sense economically and financially. So I'll need you that when you're crafting your solution, I'm going to work with you and guide you on how to articulate the solution, and so it can be concise. So it's not a long, wordy 14 paragraph thing. It's not even as much as an elevator pitch. It's more so like this is what you need to communicate with yourself. So when someone asks you what you do, or you just letting people know what you do, you're coming to an event and now you're showing up. Yes, we have these products, but these products is not just part of your identity. It's who you're focused on helping. Yeah, other people, you help them as well. And you get better at helping all people. But to attract the people you're looking to attract, you need to really put that into another, like it's be focused in on it. All right. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be able to have your unique selling proposition, what they call like a USP, like, explain how you're going to, how what's going to be unique in working with you. Like I told you just now, what's unique to work with me is I've also had a brain damage. I've also had this brain challenge. I also had this major concussion jumping out of the airplane back in the day. So it changed the dynamics, my memory, my focus, my ability to communicate, may stuttering at times, learning to teach myself how to pause. So I don't, because if I don't pause, if I don't stop, I got a lot of times when I'm pausing and I'm stopping is so I can regain myself, my composure. So I say because when I listen to myself speak, when I'm just speaking fast, I'm speaking even if I'm an authoritative tone, but I'm talking fast and without thinking. Now I'm talking fast, I'm talking, and I'll double talk. I'm saying words. I'm not getting out. I'm not articulating clearly. So I've learned some things about myself. I've learned to pause, to give myself a moment when I realize that my brain is trying to click and do it, say it. I stutter, I stammer. I know all these things about myself. So when I'm working with other people, I know because I talk to people, some people I coach them, well, I have a problem with this. I know where you at because I've been there as well. I have a challenge with this, and I was just so challenged. Yes, I know. Let me give you some things, some solutions that I've been able to incorporate with that. But also as a coach, I ask more questions. And asking questions, they'll tell me more about it, and then I may give some additional insights and teach them how to be resourceful in that space. So I need you. If you are a corporate person, if you're a person that's already good in, you good at doing what you're doing as an entrepreneur in your space, in your corporate world or your business world, your family world, doesn't really matter. I need you to make a decision on who it is that you're looking to attract and come up with a healthy solution statement. And I help, and then you space. I help this person, this type of people with this situation. I help this, and I'll type it into. I'll type a quick thing. You can expand upon it. I'll type it into the chat group when we finish, and Nikki may already have it as well. But it just be I help, and then you have a little space, and you can put in it what type of people you're going to help with, and whatever it is you're going to be able to do. And I'll type it for you guys to actually start to work on it and craft it. This week, I help you. This week, I always tell people to reach out to me so we can put some things in place. I want you to reach out to me so we can really start to get deeper into you finding the type of people who will be attracted to you versus you just trying to put a blast thing out there and wonder why people they're not coming back or working with you because you're not talking about the benefits of working with you, the impact that they're going to have working with you. You don't you I'm my Once you know your solution that you're going to have for the people you're working with based off of, and this is help understand your solution is based off of your experience. You've done this before. You've been there before. Even if you have gone, if I talked to you and told you how to sell a product and you sold a product, that means you know how to sell a product. You can help a person to sell one product. If you went by and be qualified and recruited somebody, you know how to do it. You did it. If you know how to show up religiously and be on a call, you can show a person how to stop procrastinating and show up because you do it. You got skill sets that you've been able to accomplish things as a mom, accomplish things as a dad, accomplish things as it doesn't really matter. I was a nerdy type of I'm like a nerdy thug type. It's crazy how it could become because I didn't like to fight, but I was a nerdy person and I learned to fight to protect my brothers and sisters, taking martial arts and a bunch of other stuff. So I was a nerdy thug type of person. All right. And I only say thug because once I realized that I wasn't really a thug in the streets, but I know that if something got off balance with my family, now I'm in the streets fighting. I'm doing stuff to protect my brothers and sisters. I'm doing stuff in that space when before I would never do nothing. I let them beat me up, slap me around, do all this other stuff. Just being a nerdy type of person. So I know what it's like to be in that space. I know what it's like to be able to become better. I know what it's like to study and to train and want more for myself, to say I'm no longer going to be pushed around. I know what it's like to say, you know what, I don't like bullies, so I'm going to, because I know what it feels like. So all the things that you have been through, the challenges you've overcome, there's other people, they're trying to overcome those challenges. They don't know where to get started at. They don't know you got skill sets, you got things that you can teach people. And I'm going to help you put these things in place. All right. So your assignment is going to be that. I want you to write and draft your solution statement. Write that down. All right. Focus on the problem and the solution. Focus on the problem that people have and the solution that you're going to help them get. I want you to create a list of benefits and an impact statement that you're going to be able to do with these benefits, whether the benefits of the product or the benefits of working with you. You help them move the products because the thing is, you want them to be able to work with you. I know I can help you. I know I can help all of you guys. I've helped people from stock boys to stock brokers, people who've been from jail to Yale, people in multiple countries, multiple ethnic groups. I've helped everybody. So I know for a fact I can help people. I know for a fact if they let me into their head, I can help turn their businesses' lives and their mindsets around. I know for a fact because I've done it over and over and over again. I've applied as a dad, as a papa, even before I was a papa, when I was a dad, applying my strategies and lessons of helping my kids and even helping myself overcome certain things. Being in the military, being around, trying to transition myself and reinvent myself to be more of a thug and hanging out in the streets and not really liking that but liking certain. I've been through a lot of spaces from not being articulate to learning how to become and speaking in articulate tones. I've understood what it's like to be from the projects in the hood to the streets, speaking in a corporate event, speaking to CEOs, coaching and mentoring doctors, coaching and mentoring people who were scientists. I know what it's like to be. I've done it all in that space. So it lets me know that because I've done it, because I've been there, because I've asked the questions, because I've been able to help give solutions to tens of thousands of people. I know. So now it's time that you know. And once you know for a fact that you can help people, how you start to communicate and how you start to show up, it's going to be different. You're going to be more powerful. All these things are important. So I just want to say these things to you guys. I'll type it into the group for you guys to start to craft your solution statement because it's going to be important as we go to this next space and go to the next phase, as you become more of a stronger communicator and what is it what you want to accomplish and who you're looking for. As you start to build out your community, I'm going to help you this week and we're going to put some great things in place. All right, so let me see. I see people typing in the comment section. Okay, great. So as I end the call tonight, do I have any leaders who have any last minute comment statements, anything they want to be able to share before we end the call tonight? We still got a little bit more time.
Hey,
So
Mr. Scott.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, this was an excellent training, and I know that we have definitely been discussing, over the last couple of weeks, how to actually implement this and get things going. And one of the things that I just wanted to add, I don't know if I should add that because I don't know if you want to do that just yet. But I know that I've already done my solution statement. And just from that, guys, I've been able to connect with people who I want to connect with. So it's really important that we continue to just kind of focus on who we are and our brand, because the thing is, people don't just buy the products, or people don't buy into the products. They buy into you. Like, they like you. They want to do business with you. So we just have to remember to show more of who we are, because that's what's really going to differentiate us from everybody else. So that's all I wanted to add.
Thank you so
I'll
much for
turn it
that.
back over to you.
I appreciate you sharing that as well. And when we do these calls, I want you guys to start being on the calls with your cameras on when you can, because all these things are important. Because everything, even you being on a call and showing yourself on a call, when you're posting yourself and people see you, when they see that you're showing up. All these things are going to be important when you're actually working with people to grow them, to help them. So I'm teaching you guys a lot of things because you can't just tell a person a thing. They want to see that you've done a thing. They want to see that you're showing up and things like that. So it's going to be important. I see Patricia, you got your hand raised, young lady. Your mic is muted.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes, young lady, I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. This was a great call, and I am literally in the closet unpacking to repack, but I love this call because I think a lot of times people get so lost into I'm selling products, and there's so much more to you than TLC. Like I always tell people, I had a life before TLC. I got a life with TLC. It's just showing people how you combine all aspects of who you are to let them know that I'm a boss in and outside of these products. So this call was great for me. I just believe that a lot of times people just lead with, I'm selling a product, weight loss, but it's like your journey. Someone today on my story, she said, "Oh, cuz you look so great." I immediately responded to her and said, "Well, the reason I look so great, thank you so much, is because I tie the products everywhere I go. My products are in my bag when I travel." So this call was great because people lose their identity. Just, I think you should keep your main thing the main thing. And if we had no products, you still have a life outside of these products. So that's all I wanted to share.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you for sharing that as well. Thank you for that
You're
input.
welcome.
Ms. Deidre, you have something you want to better share or ask?
Yes, just a quick moment. Thank you for the call. This was definitely amazing and in alignment. I love all of this. Seriously, Miss Nikki, you just said a mouthful. Being yourself and showing up just as who you are. I just had a conversation with Sis Pam. Thank her for all she does as well. Always there for me. Um, this past weekend, I had a family function that I had to go to. Right, surprise birthday party for my Marine uncle. And of course, staying in, how to say, in mode with all your hats on at all times, but knowing right who you are. I've been battling a couple of things for the past couple of weeks, and more so of just being who I am out loud. God tells me I'm bold enough, I'm beautiful enough, I'm worthy enough to be just who I am. And so, of course, in the midst of being with family, you have fun, right? You let your hair down, had a little happy juice. I ain't promoting it, but I had a little happy juice. But in the midst of that, right, I have a cousin who always, always, always brings up my past, right? I have a past. I think we all do. And so most times I just run from it. I blocked him like 2 times before for over a year for that because it was just who I was transforming into becoming. I know I wasn't my past, but I also know that I still have to be who I am. So in the midst of all that, I did, had fun, but business was still open. I made $70 from them in less than 20 minutes, right? While we're kikiing and having fun, I made sure, because like Patricia said, I keep my products with me at all times. They're always on the go when I'm on the go. So I was able to sell the packs and, be true to who I am. Ended up doing 2 lives on TikTok for the past 2 days as myself, right? No lip gloss, not showing up being perfect, just being who I am, being confident in that. And I know I am. Sometimes it was just that thin line between I'm in business now. This is what I'm doing. That's not what I'm doing anymore, who I used to be, but still being that and being loud about it in a good way. So I do appreciate you guys. This is definitely alignment.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you as well. Congratulations on those sales, young lady. Congratulations for showing up and doing what you do. Because that's what we do. It's important that people just stay the course and just do. Because what we say, network marketing is a lot of people doing a little bit. And as you learn to do a little bit, you keep applying a little bit, and then you plus everybody else, it equals a lot. So thank you so much for sharing that right there. Appreciate you guys for logging on to the call. Sharon, I was about to end the call, but I see you got your hand up. You want to be able to share something as well, young lady? Unmute your mic. There you
Yes, quickly. Thank you so much,
go.
Mr. Scott. Yes, got it. Thank you so much for all you do. Thank you, Miss Nikki. And just want to share quickly. Yes, I am being more intentional, and this call was definitely for me today. I'm building relationships more. I'm not shy. I mean, I wasn't shy since I started in TLC. Um, yesterday, this gentleman came to the door. I, had my packages. I sold them for 25, 5 for 25, and it's just for me, just going out there and being consistent, and it's working. It's working. And just something I want to share. Like I'm at work, the people came here earlier to drop medications off. And I gave them samples of the products, and just to follow up again tomorrow. So, it's just what you call it now. It's incredible. It's nice, and I love it.
No
I
doubt, young
love it.
lady. Well, I'm super excited
Thank
for
you,
you.
sir.
Thanks for sharing that as well. Congratulations to you, man. I know you always consistent. You be showing up. You get into this mode when you're like, everybody can get it. Everybody can get it. So no matter, me and Nikki, we be surprised with the type out the blue, you be like, I got somebody right now. Do a three-way call. I'm like, you don't care. Everybody can get it, and that's what we're looking for, man. When you put it in that space right there that everybody can get it, you can't help but to make some sales. You can't help but to find some people and to start to build out. So, guys, I appreciate you guys for logging on to our Sunday Night Vision Mastery Call. Make sure I gave you guys some assignments, so make sure you guys reach out to me. Let me know so I can help you craft it, get it more streamlined. But I want you to put together your solution statement so you know who it is that you're looking to serve. So you can have a defined movement on a daily basis. You're not just trying to get up and see what works. You know exactly what works because you have a focus, you have a plan, and you're going to make sure that you do all you can do to accomplish that goal and that mission and succeed with your plan. So I love each and every one of you guys. You guys have an amazing new you. Good night, everybody. See you guys soon. Bye now.
Good night.